A major hitch for the Republican health care bill. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has postponed a vote on the new legislation as Senator John McCain recovers from surgery to remove a blood clot. That means Republican leadership now has more time to woo skeptical Republicans. I'm joined now by Senator Ron Wyden, Democrat of Oregon. Always good to see you, Senator. How do you feel about this delay? Does this give Republicans a chance to regroup, maybe press some of those wary members to vote for it? They only need one, or is it more time for Democrats to make their case against it?
2 points. One, we're counting on John McCain to make a quick recovery, and he's got a wonderfully supportive spouse in Cindy. Second, there is absolutely no reason now for the Republicans not to schedule public hearings on this legislation. We ought to bring the American people into this debate, and certainly there's no excuse now
but you
for
don't
not
have
having
any
open
expectation
public
that's
hearings.
going to happen, do you?
I don't see how you make a logical case that for a bill of this import that you keep the public locked out. So you bet we're going to push hard for it. And with the delay, there's no logical argument for not bringing the public into this discussion.
I want to play what your colleague, Susan Collins, had to say about this over the weekend. And it really does go to your point. Take a listen.
President Obama, in my view, made a serious mistake when he pushed through the Affordable Care Act without a single Republican vote. I don't want us to make the same mistake in reverse and push through this bill without a single Democratic vote.
Was it a mistake not to include your Republican colleagues more? And could that have contributed to the toxic atmosphere around health care now? I mean, you know what a lot of Republican pushback has been on this, which is that Democrats, when they did it, didn't give us anywhere near an opportunity to really look at this bill.
That's just not right. For example, in the Finance Committee, I'm the ranking member, we took 8 Republican amendments. We had scores of discussions where we had roundtables, went through the details. And of course, the Republicans are talking about approaches, for example, their junk insurance proposal. That takes us back to the glory days of really skimpy, threadbare coverage where the public got nothing except a big price tag. So A, we did accept Republican amendments, and B, what the Republicans are talking about really takes us back to the glory days of threadbare, skimpy junk insurance.
All right, let me play for you something that Health and Human Services Secretary Tom Price had to say, and we'll get your response.
We believe we're going to be able to cover more individuals on this bill than are currently covered.
Is that right? More individuals than are currently covered?
I think that that is so preposterous, and of course, it is completely contradicted by the Budget Office. The Congressional Budget Office says that millions and millions of Americans will lose coverage. Now, the argument, of course, and we're seeing it with this Cruz bill, is that people are going to get better coverage. They're going to get better coverage. There's going to be protection for those who suffer from pre-existing conditions. And again, independent experts say that's not the case. And this Cruz proposal is so far out that there are insurers who want nothing to do with it.
I also want to talk to you, if I can, now about the Russia investigation. Democrats have been taking advantage of recent headlines. There were 2 congressmen, Ruben Gallego of Arizona, Ted Lieu of California. They brought a big Time magazine cover onto the House floor. They read Don Jr.'s emails into the congressional record. But are you worried at all that Democrats risk overplaying their hand by jumping all over this story? Should it be left to those of you who are members of the relevant committees and to investigate the investigation being run by Robert Mueller?
All members have a right to weigh in, but my bottom line is if you take Donald Trump Jr.'s own admissions and the emails, this was an attempt to collude. Now, they keep trying to change the story. There are at least 4 versions, and it's sort of like lather, rinse, and repeat.
You know that that's not a legal term, collusion.
What it means is you have people getting together, usually in secret, to do something illicit. And I think that's very troubling. And if you look at the fact that the high command of the Trump campaign went into those meetings knowing that this was a Russian who was going to give them information that would be helpful to their campaign, they should have walked away.
Senator Ron Wyden, always good to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.